I think I'm a lovely looking man. If I'm in a blind pod with you and I tell you I look like Brad Pitt, you're going to be disappointed.
But that's a stretch. Like, you're not a wafy Gentile supermodel. Let's go with your, like, if you said John Mayer, I'd be like, that's a stretch, but you're in the ballpark, right?
Hey, I appreciate you. If I said John Mayer and I walked out, somebody would be disappointed.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just so good guys. Whoa.
Benjamin, how the hell are you?
I'm wonderful because I'm looking at 3 different shades of green. I'm looking at your gorgeous green long sleeve. I'm looking at that green mountain water in your green ashwagandha can. It's looking fantastic. Oh, and the green tree behind you. Mm-hmm. So much green.
It really is.
I'm wonderful. I'm feeling excellent. I don't know if we updated these wonderful people, but I was sick as a dog. And now I'm back. I'm feeling fantastic. I have a golf trip this weekend, Josh. I can't think about anything else.
And to the Carolinas?
To Tampa, Josh, to Tampa, to northern Tampa. It's called Cabot Citrus Farms.
Love it.
And I am incredibly excited. This was been planned for 10 months. I said, Claudia, this is happening. So please just get it in your head over the last 10 months. I'll be leaving you for the weekend. I'm so sorry, but become comfortable with it. And I have to say, Josh, I can't believe it, but she really is not upset with me. She is very happy that I'm going. And that means that I have done well over the last 10 months in tempering expectations.
Oh my God. I can't speak freely because my wife's literally sitting across from me.
You have to. I was gonna say, what's it like just being watched as you record?
The wonderful Paige O'Brien Peck is here with me, but she is not. She has healthy boundaries and doesn't need to be in front of the spotlight every second. So when I offered her to come on the show, she's like, meh, no need. So shout out, Paige. Love you. Convincing. Throw
on Paige's mic. She's there. Throw on her mic.
But we're not recording her, so
I can stop.
Oh.
It's okay.
Okay. No. Up to you. I don't care. Up to you.
You want to, Paige?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so Paige's mic is live now. Why is it, I think, that, as Ben mentioned with the wonderful Queen Claudia, my Queen Paige, that I am so blessed to be with, that whenever we have to go out of town for any reason whatsoever, we have to pay. You have to make us pay.
Yes, it's true.
I mean, now it's just harder because we have kids at home, and then it's just everything. There's just so much more to do. And I'm like, ugh. You get to, like, he's like, I have to take a plane tonight and sleep on the plane. I'm like, you get to sleep and not have to worry about waking up with a child. That sounds so nice.
Okay, but pre-kids.
I don't think I would you used to travel a lot before kids, and I didn't really care.
Is that true?
I mean, I get to see you and got to go see a show when I was in New York. So it's, obviously there's some fun things too, and I'm just like, who's better than me? I'm not at some sports bar eating wings and ogling girls' tatas and, screaming for the Patriots. I'm here working.
Yeah, you're working. You're getting a nice continental breakfast at the Courtyard Marriott. You're doing the least.
Spring Hill Suites.
You're doing the least.
I also feel like, are you very, I feel like a big cheerleader when Paige, and she doesn't do it as much as I do, but when she does go out with her friends or has a trip, I am like, rah, cheerleader.
It's because
number one. What do you need? You need dollar bills for the strip club? let me give you, here, take $100 in ones.
It's because you can count on one hand how many times honestly, I can count on one hand how many times I've gone away.
So I bet you that's what it is, Josh, because over the last 10 months, I have been very sparing. And I said This yearly golf trip, very important to me. My game at an all-time high. I'm seeking revenge. Last year I lost in singles. I need to win, and I need to beat this one kid. His name is Blake. I need to beat him. This trip is important to me. And I think because I haven't been superfluous with my requests, I now am not getting any shit.
Yes. No, like, listen, I get it. I wonder if I don't know if I've ever taken the equivalent to a golf trip. Have I?
Yeah, you like to go to Vegas with your brother.
I do. For 12 hours.
Fun.
Which is fine, but you like to like go and enjoy the hotel and do, I don't know, dinners and stuff like that. You guys like to do that.
My big brother who lives in Florida does come out for something called the Big Smoke, which is the cigar convention in Las Vegas.
Wow, sick.
And he goes with all his buddies. And so I will usually fly out. Yeah, usually once a year. Recently, it's been fly out, fly back, same day. But,
Wow.
But in the past, it'd be like 24 hours. And I'd go, we'd eat some meals, schwitz, have a cigar or 7, and I'd lose $100 at blackjack.
I feel terrible for the guy sitting next to you on the plane on a same-day cigar trip.
Horrible.
That's no good. You probably smell terrible.
Not good. Not good.
I was about to say I love a cigar. I hate cigars. I love the idea of them so much, but I'm just a bad cigar smoker. Like if I smoke a cigar, I have to get those little short stories, as they call them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just feel like a wuss. Like I'm sitting next to my brother-in-law who's chiefing down like a foot-long cigar. And I'm here with this short story that I can barely get through without vomiting. Like, it's just so emasculating.
Emasculating?
Emasculating. It's terrible.
So the open secret about cigars, or so I've heard, is the longer, girthier ones are actually usually smoother. Because if you think about like a longer rifle barrel, right? Like it's
Or a penis.
Yes. Maybe. But like the shorter ones are like you get, because it's closer to where it's ignited, the punch comes in harder. But if it's longer, it has a longer time to cool down and kind of smooth out.
That's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I should be experimenting with longer cigars, but I've also heard you can't smoke one that's too dark. I have to smoke the lighter ones. The ones that are too dark or too heavy. So I need a long, light one.
A longer one or a darker one would be called a Maduro in some respects, which is more of like an age, or like an anejo. Anejo? Did I just channel Hilaria Baldwin?
We haven't
anejo?
We haven't spoken about your love and aficionado for cigars. I had no idea.
I'm not really an aficionado. Like I'll smoke one every month and a half, either with my wonderful father-in-law and my brother-in-law. We'll watch a UFC fight and we'll smoke, and or with my big brother. But otherwise, like I can't ever push myself to really do it. But I like it. I like the vibes. I like a clubhouse.
1,000%. Have you been to Club Macanudo in New York?
Sure, good times on Madison Avenue.
Fantastic. Yeah, love that. I love a nice cigar bar is sick. And I just love smoking inside.
Fuck yes. I like smoking during a meal.
Yeah, I'm in.
Ugh. What's the perfect meal to smoke to? And Olivia Paige, feel free to chime in.
Something heavy that like you need help getting through. Like honestly, like maybe like a really heavy Italian meal. I think that would be perfect for a nice smoke. Just help calm the tummy, allow you to eat more, punish you later, but in the moment you're enjoying.
Yes.
I think that I can't imagine anything worse than a cigarette and sushi. That just doesn't seem right.
It's not right.
It's not right. And like a piece of bluefin, like it's like caught on the roof of your mouth or the top of your lip because of your dry mouth. Like I can just envision like a piece of Toro just hanging from the top lip.
Not good.
No. What about you?
I think about where people like Asian countries do smoke a lot, but I think about like Middle Eastern food, right? You're at the shuk, you're at the bazaar, you're having something with weight, 5, 7, 8, 9 spices and one piece of chicken.
A nice lamb dish, a hearty lamb dish.
Yes.
Cut through the gaminess.
A nice Cuba day, and then you're just ripping a hookah.
I recently was at a wedding, Josh, where they had hookah. Oh, what a treat.
That's hot.
Hookah's it. Hookah's it.
For
we
a
don't
long
smoke
time
enough
now.
hookah. Is hookah making a comeback?
First of all, hookah is hot, 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 and I just like the process, the hot coals. We used to go for hookah every week, and we would get double apple mint.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, brother.
That goes back to Josh. Every Thursday he used to go with his friends to hookah every single Thursday for the first 5, 6 years of our
I
relationship.
love it.
We didn't have children.
I know. I'm just saying,
we didn't
like,
even live together.
and they would. I know, but they would go.
Who's keeping tabs now?
They would go. I just thought it was so interesting because I just never knew someone who would go to hookah as much as you and your friends.
I love it. I love it. We need hookah. We need more hookah, Josh.
Well, you are omitting that we would first nourish, before we nourished our lungs, we would nourish our spirit at a men's only 12-step meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous, me and the bros, from 8 to 9:30 in the evening. We'd go there first, and then we would go to a little spot called The Spot. Which is an outdoor hookah lounge, which is the hottest hookah lounge in all of the San Fernando Valley.
And tell us about your food order, because that goes back to what you guys were saying. But that was more, I feel like, nachos.
It was chicken. The chicken and cheese nachos were off the hook, but mostly we would do like a typical Persian Middle Eastern food plate, like a chicken sultani, a kubede beef, and then with like the nice rice, the Shirazi salad, a charred tomato. Ay.
And you obviously had your own tips for the hookah, right?
They give you, they give you disposable tips, and it's all outdoors, and it's the effing coolest. And there are armed guards because you cannot trust the people who are smoking there.
It's such a vibe, and I'm thinking the reason hookah is such a vibe is because it's really dangerous, like those boiling hot coals. You always feel like you're doing something a little wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so much, and it's delicious. Like bar everything that we just said, it's the original vape. So much more tasty. Apple mint, it's delicious.
Yes. So bad for you.
Awful. Number
Deeply
one worst,
bad
right?
for you.
Is it the worst? Is it the worst thing for you?
Very bad. No filter, not good. NG, not good. Sorry, what were you saying, Paige?
I was going to say I threw a surprise birthday party for you there, but it wasn't there. It was at that other hookah spot.
It was at Blue Hookah Lounge, a little bit further in
A little
Tarzana.
different.
27.
Wow.
Josh was so mad. I was like, what do you want to do for your birthday? I'd already planned a surprise party at the hookah lounge and with all of his friends. And he was like, nothing. And then the day of his birthday, he's sulking. And he was like, I'm just really sad. I wish we would have done something for my birthday. And I was like, that sucks. Surprise hookah birthday party.
Wow.
I never had a surprise party before.
It was special.
It was a dream come true.
Thank you.
I love learning new things about you, Josh. I didn't know the love for hookah, the deep love for hookah.
Or
and
his
now
birthday.
I'm thinking that we need a hookah episode. Me and you. In our next in person, we're gonna have a hookah in the middle.
Hell yes. I want that. I want a Schwitz episode. All the things we love doing.
This is our Patreon. This is our Patreon, Josh. This is the concept for Patreon. We do the podcast, but in weird places.
Cold plunge.
Yeah. A 60-minute cold plunge. We induce hypothermia.
Yeah, we die. I'm down.
Yes. I love it. Paige, you have spectacular ideas. But I do want to get a special pregnancy episode with our two pregnant princesses in April, if we could.
Yes, I would love to.
I'm not going to argue with you anymore, Ben. I think we can both agree that our Galaxy S25 Ultras shoot an 8K resolution. Like, it just does.
It just does. I would like you to stop arguing about it.
Good.
Because
I
it's
hate
fact.
when we argue. We really
It's
did
fact.
argue the other week, and it was hard
Stop
on me. Fine,
Stop
I take it back. I'm sorry.
But
Olivia
yes,
didn't say a thing on the group chat. I was like, Olivia, pipe in here. Defend me. I think she's on bedside.
and then you literally DM me, stop bothering Olivia with it. Let's handle it here on the side. But back to the S25 Ultra that factually has 8K resolution on video and an audio eraser, Josh.
Yes, with
to get rid of those
Galaxy AI.
unwanted noises. With Galaxy AI. And let me tell you, I've been thinking about this, okay? What is the perfect thing for us to use our beautiful, brand new S25 Ultras on, Josh? What are we filming?
Our subscription model where we record episodes in odd places.
Correct. Episode 1, a steam room. Josh and I are in there. We're filming at 8K resolution. But, maybe the steam room, the ticker is ticking a little bit too much. Or maybe the steam, yes, there's a little bit too much steam, and we want to get rid of that unwanted noise. Boop.
Lift
no
it.
problem.
Lift
With
it.
Galaxy AI. We can easily lift it using the audio eraser. It's fantastic. Or, Josh, second episode on the train tracks. Me and you, in between subway cars, we do a quick 1 minute Patreon in the middle, but all of a sudden you hear the train coming. We don't want people to hear that.
Yes, we start
Boom.
hopping trains like hobos. Love it.
Perfect.
It's literally like having a mixing studio in your pocket. So listen, if you want this beautiful, look, I don't want to make you jealous, but I have one. If you want one of these, all you got to do is go to Samsung.com right now and get your Galaxy S25 Ultra. That's right. Go to Samsung.com right now. Audio Eraser is compatible with common video formats, accessible in Gallery. Helps minimize 6 select sounds. Results, they vary. Galaxy AI features by Samsung, free through 2025 and requires Samsung account. Log in.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Spot and Tango. The only gate I'm keeping is my yard, folks, which is why I have to share the game changer that is Spot and Tango dog food. After trying so many foods, Romeo and I were a little skeptical, but since switching, nothing has made the difference like Spot and Tango. Spot and Tango is a personalized dog food subscription that delivers high-quality, ready-to-serve meals, snacks, and supplements right to your door. So no more last-minute pet store runs. I used to hate feeding first Theo, rest in peace, then Romeo mystery kibble filled with processed meats and fillers. Food is medicine, and our dogs deserve the best. With Spot and Tango, I finally know exactly what's in their bowl. Fresh, human-grade ingredients like high-quality protein and veggies, no fillers, no junk, just real food for dogs. Why shouldn't they have real food? Most kibble is packed with fillers and mystery ingredients. Who knows what it really is? What are you, nuts? But Spot and Tango does things differently. Their unkibble meals are made with human-grade ingredients, including USDA meat, fruits, and veggies. No artificial stuff, no preservatives. Using their fresh dry process, fresh ingredients are gently cooked and freeze-dried to lock in nutrients, creating a shelf-stable, nutrient-rich meal that is as close to home-cooked as it gets without the hassle. Spot and Tango creates a custom plan based on your dog's age, breed, weight, and activity levels, so you know they're getting exactly what they need. Plus, the easy-to-use scoop makes portioning an absolute breeze. Switching to Spot and Tango is incredibly easy. Romeo is a hungry boy. He'll eat whatever I put in front of him, so why not put nutrient-dense, USDA-grade meat, fully beautiful food in front of him instead of that dry kibble? It was easy peasy. So folks, Spot and Tango is offering an exclusive deal for our listeners. For a limited time, go to spotandtango.com/goodguys and use code goodguys to get 50% off your first order. That's spotandtango.com/goodguys. Code goodguys to get 50% off your first order. spotandtango.com/goodguys. Code goodguys.
Well, you did intimate, or you did sort of preview that we were in New York together last week. What a dream. But we were going to go Schwitz and Colt Plunge and the Great Live Method. And I had a feeling because I could just see my little mensch, my little Tatala. He was not feeling his best. And so around 5, he said, I'm out. Can't do it. I said, okay. So I did this wonderful talk at Meta. Heard of it?
Sick.
And then you know what? I treated myself to a show. Just a nice one of one, me out, party of one, a show. Me, Denzel Washington, and Jake Gyllenhaal. Can you believe
How good was Denzel?
I've been telling this story because I really can't stop thinking about the show. It was amazing. So Denzel and Jake Gyllenhaal are doing Othello on Broadway, and it's amazing because the curtain comes up and Jake Gyllenhaal's on stage, and he was excellent, like fabulous, and he gets a big round of applause. But about 10 minutes in, Denzel walks on stage, and people lose their minds. Like
I would.
It's really special. And the best part was this older woman, lovely, from Connecticut, of course, is next to me. And she goes, I've been waiting 6 months for this. I bought this ticket on American Express early. I'm so excited. I go, me too. I bought mine an hour ago on StubHub.
For half.
Less. Third row, the best. Oh my God.
Wow.
I thought about you because I know how you get Knicks tickets like 10 minutes before, right?
Oh, you didn't even tell me. So you ended up getting a great deal.
Beyond. It was $150 with like $30 in fees for a single ticket in the third row of the theater.
What is there? Tell me, is there a better feeling than getting a ticket last minute, great seat for a fraction of the price?
Best.
It is the greatest thrill.
The best.
I have such a sickness, Josh. I will do that for Knick games. And then throughout the entire first quarter, I will still watch StubHub just to see if I could have gotten a better deal.
I do that all the time.
I'm literally like sitting there, not watching the game at all, just monitoring, did I get fucked on StubHub or did I catch a great deal? Oh, it's so good.
Oh, you only do that on StubHub? I do that on Google Flights. I do that on a hotel. I check up to like an hour before.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. I could make myself sick with flights.
Yeah.
But normally flights only go up. You ever see flights go down?
Flights go up, but hotels sometimes go down depending on how occupied they are.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. All right, so Othello.
So
Did you meet Denzel?
No, I didn't, but I'm sitting there and she's so excited. And then it's the first act, and the first act's about 90 minutes before the intermission. And so the intermission begins and the woman turns to me and goes, I'm not sure I love it. Yikes. Because it was obviously it's Othello and it's Denzel. So they updated it to like more modern era. Of course, they don't mess with the writing at all. It's Shakespeare. But they modernized it the way we've seen, a dozen times before. She goes, I thought they were going to be in costume. I think she thought it was going to be like, to be or not to be. And I was like, oh, honey, you picked the wrong production. So she's like, I think I'm going to go. And I'm like, okay.
She leaves halfway through?
I actually respected that. Like, if it ain't for her, you don't got to suffer through an extra half, right?
I'm trying to think what I've ever walked out of. I definitely walked out of whatever the last Grown Ups was.
Wow.
3?
A real scholar here.
I think I walked out of Grown Ups 3, and there are definitely others. That's that I remember like watching and thinking, this is the worst movie I've ever seen.
Josh walks out of everything.
By the way, good way to claw your time back. Fuck them. They already got your money. They can't also get your time.
Look, I'm not speaking out of turn here because I have a deep love and respect for Adam Sandler and everyone involved in those movies. Those movies are car wrecks. I mean, they're beyond bad. Even the first one, right?
The first one was fine. The second and third or whatever were so horrendously awful. And you see them, if you're as big, I'm an enormous Adam Sandler fan. I'll see every Adam Sandler movie. He comes out with something, I'll watch it.
Same.
But those movies are really bad. Like I think that when all of them come together, like it just doesn't work. Schneider, Chris Rock, what's his name from Kevin James? It's too much.
It's too much. It ain't right.
I'm trying to think who's to blame. I think it might be Kevin James.
Really?
Yeah. I really only like him in King of Queens. Beyond that, I'm not a Paul Blart guy. Like, I think he's kind of he was a sitcom man. He wasn't made for the big screen.
I'm a fan of The Man. I'm a fan of Kevin James as a person. I've not watched too much of his work, but I like him as a dude.
But you've seen have you seen any King of Queens or no?
We covered this last week. Not really.
We spoke about Jerry Stiller, though. I guess you didn't see any of them.
I love Jerry. But yeah, I'm not, and obviously like.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun game last week. Where me guessing what you've seen when you've seen nothing. Guess.
Nothing. I told you, I led you. We did this game last week, Paige, where I was like, I've not actually, and by that I mean I have seen an episode or two, but I don't actually like it. Like Friends, Seinfeld, The Office, King of Queens.
Nothing. You don't watch. You watch very specific shows in television. Yeah, you don't. Smart. He doesn't watch it. Okay.
It's smart.
I've never walked out of a movie in my life until Josh and I started dating, and then he always just looks over halfway and is like, "You ready to go?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm kind of enjoying it."
No.
It's like fine. We've done that like 10 times probably, which is probably the amount of times I've been to a movie in our whole relationship. But
ow, he's left every movie.
He's left every movie. I swear. You just give up. You're like, this isn't for me, and then let's just go home.
Clearly.
I love it.
Olivia, you ever walked out of a film?
I was just sitting back here trying to remember, and I think it was like some sort of like Roman film. I don't know. It was like an action movie in like 2013. And I was like a 13-year-old, and I just like walked out to go like fuck around the little plaza with my friends. Like it had nothing to do with the film itself.
The most upsetting thing is you were 13 in 2013.
Whoa! I read something yesterday. Saw on a TikTok. Whenever I say I read, I saw it on a TikTok. I saw on a TikTok yesterday, Josh, that we are as far from 1990 as 1955 was in 1990.
Yeah, dude.
That's really fucked up.
We're old. I mean, I'm definitely old. You're a born in the 90s kid. So is my wife. I'm 80s.
Yeah, but like 80s is cool, man. Like you're ill.
No,
like,
I know. Trust me, I know.
Honestly, 90s and 80s are really cool. Olivia, no shade. 2000s, not it.
99. I snuck in.
Oh, you're still sick.
I snuck
That's
in.
cool.
Yeah.
Olivia was 2 on 9/11.
1999 might be the best because you still get to be a 90s kid, but like you're young and youthful.
Bingo.
And not old and decrepit.
Fountain of youth.
This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by Tonal. It can feel like there's not enough hours in the day to do everything you need to get done. Don't we know the celebrity life is tough? With Tonal, you can ensure you're checking workout off your to-do list with the convenience of having an at-home gym 24/7. Folks, Tonal is the world's smartest workout that effortlessly fits into the busiest lifestyles. And with the latest iteration, Tonal 2, you can ensure your workout is more tailored and effective than ever. Tonal adjusts in 1 pound increments with adaptive weight that now goes up to 250 pounds, challenging even the most advanced users to push their limits. You can also experience a full body burn with new Aero HIIT workouts, the perfect blend of heart pumping cardio and strength. Plus, the new built-in Smart View leverages a high resolution camera that lets you see yourself during your workout, analyzes your movement, and provides real-time coaching just like a personal trainer. I love seeing myself when I work out, even though it makes me want to cry, because it allows me to change things up, make sure that I'm really hitting those traps, okay? Just because you feel it doesn't mean you're really hitting them, but if you can see it, then you know that you're doing it. You totally get the point. With new drop sets, Tonal 2 analyzes your movement, senses when you're fatiguing, and will drop weight until your muscles are maxed out. It's an experience you could only get in a gym until now. Right now, Tonal is offering our listeners $200 off your Tonal purchase with promo code GOODGUYS. That's Tonal.com and use promo code GOODGUYS for $200 off your purchase. That's Tonal.com, promo code GOODGUYS for $200 off. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by BioNature. Folks, if you've traveled abroad, you know what a huge difference the food over in Europe feels like for your gut compared to the US. I went to visit my sister in Florence. The year was probably 2016. I was svelte, incredibly skinny. This was pre-Ozempic. We're talking really, really skinny. I go overseas. I go to eat all this pasta, pizza. I'm worried I'm going to gain weight. I'm worried I'm not going to feel good. I'm eating the pasta. I'm eating the pizza. I'm thinking to myself, God, I feel great. What could be the difference? Maybe it's that the stuff in the United States is a bunch of crap. Well, folks, I have an amazing, amazing opportunity here, which is if you get BioNature, you're getting tomatoes that were homegrown in Italy, brought over to the US. You're getting pastas that make your body feel like they're overseas in Italy because everything is coming in from Italy. Let's talk about the sauces first, okay? Spicy arrabbiata, traditional marinara, and fragrant tomato basil. Okay, all of these are used with organic and Italian-grown tomatoes, unlike basically every other tomato sauce here in the U.S. Italian homegrown tomatoes. How great is that? Plus, they're pastas, okay? All of these pastas are so great for your gut. They're fantastic. We have a Durham semolina pasta to whole wheat pastas, gluten-free, sourdough. It's absolutely fantastic. No processed foods, plus the tomatoes, plus the sauce. We're cooking like we're in Italy, folks. Oh, to boot, you know Jovial? Same parent company as Jovial, so you know that you can trust what they're doing. So, folks, visit BioNature.com and use code GOODGUYS at checkout for 20% off your first purchase. That's BioNature.com and use promo code GOODGUYS for 20% off your first order.
I am fascinated by that. Like, it is something I really, really try hard not to do, is to anyone who's like a generation before me, and especially with my kids, of like back in my day type shit. It was better in my day type shit. I mean, literally people will say things like, oh, that's valid or that's Sigma. And I want to end myself. I want to be like, if you talk like that again in front of me, I'm going to laugh in your face. But I'm like, were they thinking that when I was like, oh, word, that's dope. Like, yo, that's mad crazy. Or like, right?
No, because those are cool. That's cool lingo. No. No, they weren't thinking that.
The sequel to Duolingo. It's a cooler lingo.
No, they were thinking that it's cool. Look, the times were cooler. It's just a fact. Social media destroyed us. Like,
yes.
There was just less pressure. It was cooler. It was chiller. That's it. Now you have to work really, really hard to like carve out that safe space. But back then, everything was safe space because like lives weren't amplified like that. So,
right.
Yeah, it was cooler, Josh. It was cooler.
You could also kind of grow in private, whereas like now your journey throughout life as exhibited in your social media, every friend who follows you is like, oh, they're going through like an awkward, stage.
100%.
Yeah.
Too much judgment.
Too much access.
Too much.
Has Max started? Max said bruh for a minute, and we like put a stop to that immediately,
that was
right,
bad.
Paige?
I couldn't.
I
couldn't.
I
stand
would
the
love
bruh.
him to be a bro kid. That would be sick.
I think it's like camp, and they always have, especially the camps in the summer where they have like the older kids teaching them that they like to do, like baseball camp, and it's like the high school kids. They learn a lot of words and a lot of slang from those kids, for sure. And the kids in his class now that he's in school that have older brothers, they love to throw around bruh.
Bro. So what is Max's number one sport? What are we really pushing him towards these days?
He's in T-ball, and he's loving it. He really loves T-ball.
He loves
Soccer wasn't for us.
That's fine. He probably has uncle's pigeon toes. It's very difficult to have sports like that. But baseball is lateral, right? I guess you have to run the bases, but like I feel like you go very side to side when you're fielding. It's good on the arm. I like baseball for Max. That's good. That's good. Also, great scholarship. So many players. It's not like you're fighting for like 5 spots on a basketball team. 9.
He also
Plus
really
the
likes
backups.
golf. He likes golf
That's
a
great.
lot.
Great.
He's doing
Well,
golf camp
I'll-
this summer.
I love that. I'll play with him anytime.
Shy has
It's
no
such a-
desire to do any sports whatsoever. Can't hold a club. Can't figure it out. But that's okay. He has other
Strikes me as
talents.
he strikes me as more of an artist.
For sure.
He is.
More of an artist.
What if baby Baruch Hashem, baby Safer is into like extreme sports? I'm talking skateboarding. I'm talking base diving. Like, will that?
My dream. That's
Really?
all I ever wanted. Yeah,
But-
I think we've spoken about this. All that I ever wanted was to be in the X Games. Like my dream, I have to dig these pictures like out from somewhere, but I had trick blades and my mom would take me to the Chelsea Piers half pipe and I would climb to the top of the half pipe and I'd get too scared and I'd come down.
Same.
But like all I wanted to do was fucking skateboard and trick skate was what they called it, where you had like I had the skates with the little hole for the grinding.
Yeah,
And of course
yeah.
I never did it. But like, that's all I wanted. And I'm trying to remember his name. Danny something was like this BMX guy that was huge back in the day. I loved that. So yeah, if he wants to do it, power to him. Is it dangerous? For sure. But like, so cool.
It's so cool.
What's cooler than that? Like to be able to rock an earring and it just be like part of your personality. Like it's just you.
Josh had
Like-
double earrings.
Yeah. Was it a part of your personality, Josh?
I was just looking for anything to distract from my size. It was just a walking magic trick. Ooh, look at over here. What's over here in my ear? I remember that I had rollerblades, but I was also too fat to grind. But I wanted to project that I knew what was up. So
Yeah.
whenever we'd pass a skate shop, like at the mall or whatever, whoever I was with, I was like, oh, wait, 1 sec. Like, gotta see something. And so I would go in and I would ask them, I'd be like, do you have grind plates? Which were the plates you put on over your bearings to protect your skate from all your grinding. And they would go, yeah, we do. And I'd be like, cool. And they'd be like, do you want them? And I'd be like, not right now.
I'm just checking inventory. I just want to make sure you have them.
But I thought you weren't even able to rollerblade. Your mom wouldn't let you rollerblade when everyone was playing roller hockey and you were just on foot because she was worried you would get hurt.
We have covered this. Yes, I was too fat to blade, but I did blading in New York, and then because I was sort of like reasonably overweight, and then around 14 in the craft service at Drake and Josh is when I put on an extra 50 on top of the already 50, and that's when she put a stop to it because of compound fractures.
It was probably wise. Even though I have seen there's like this like really, really big trick blader. Do the kids still call it trick blading?
They
Or do
should.
we just call it rollerblading? Or skating? What do we call it?
I don't know if kids rollerblade anymore. I rarely see kids rollerblading. Skateboards,
But the
scooters.
kids are still trick skating. They're still going to
they're
their half pipes
scooting.
with their skates. No?
I don't know.
Some sick K2s.
Snowboarding too is another one. I bought a board. I could never do it. I couldn't get up. I would fall. I couldn't get up. It's all core. Skating, like if you fall when you're skiing, you can just take off one ski and stand up. With snowboarding, you need to physically get back up and use your core. I could never do it.
Did you ever have Heelys?
I don't think so. I feel like Heelys, when did Heelys come out?
I did.
You did.
Yes.
Wow, Olivia.
They
I
were
did
amazing.
not know you were that lit.
Actually, one of my best friends in high school had a pair, and he would like hide the wheels in his pockets, and then when the bell would ring, he'd like pop them in and then just roll through the hallways. They could never.
Sick.
It was awesome.
Hell yes.
I was
Yeah.
a big razor scooter guy.
Me
You like
too.
razors?
Mhm.
Big time. Loved that. I even got the one they came out with a version that had actual wheels. They were these like big blue, like you had to put air in the tires.
Oh,
and they were razor.
That's like an off-road.
Yeah, they were sick. And I remember, I'm sure you remember the store Sharper Image.
Of course.
Sharper Image had the razor. If you got a razor anywhere else other than Sharper Image, knockoff razor. They had the razor. It was
Yes.
So cool. That was
Sharper
what I did when
Image.
what I realized when I couldn't trick blade. Like I went to the scooter.
Brookstone.
Brookstone. Yes.
Just Gizmo Gadget store.
So good.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Should we get to some stories?
Yeah.
Well, here's one. Empty nesters spice up 25-year marriage by meeting new woman, becoming a throuple. Our kids love their new bonus, Mom. I always call us empty nesters. Sorry. Bianca and Philip Luna were about to become empty nesters when they decided to include a third person in their relationship. The Texas couple fell in love with Delane DM and became a close triad, or throuple. We like to call it the power of three. When we work together, we can knock out pretty much anything.
What are they, builders?
Philip, 52, and Blanca, 49, had been married 25 years, during which they had a wonderful time being a family and raising their 3 children. But it was time to spice things up. We started trying to meet other couples, just trying to date. For me, it was figuring out my sexuality. How much am I willing to explore with my husband there? And how open are we about having this conversation? They met Delane in 2017. She's very intriguing, very gorgeous. Yeah, they're crushing it. Throuple, close triad.
To each their own. Good for them. Good for them. Paige, could you do that?
No, I can barely handle Josh. I can barely handle like one person in my life. I think I'm good, but good for Delane and Blanca.
I'm just saying, it sounds like you have another helping hand to problem solve. Like,
I guess. Sometimes I watch Sister Wives, or is that what it is? Mm-hmm. Sister Wives, and I'm like, wow, they really do all have each other to like raise each other's kids, but they have a million kids. So
you're like, I think
and they
I just
live
want
on a
nanny.
compound. Yeah, I just need help.
Yeah, but a nanny you have to pay. This person you don't have to pay. They're there. They're free. It's free labor.
Oh, you're paying.
That's true.
They need things.
They need this. They need that.
Oh,
yes,
you're paying.
Sure.
But speaking of, Jessie from Mormon Wives hit me up this morning. She's ready to come on in April for season 2 of Mormon Wives.
I've heard this before, but I'm down if she wants to come on.
Okay, that's good, right? Yeah, that'll be fun.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Love. Well, also, there could be a dead passenger on your next flight. It's a lot more common than you think. Suppose you board a plane more than a couple times a year. Chances are good you've flown the friendly skies with a dead body for company. With the spooky scenario making headlines more than once already in 2025, most recently after a couple flying on Qatar Airways wound up sharing their row with a blanket-draped corpse for hours. Passengers can't help but wonder if they're next to find themselves uncomfortably close to an abnormally quiet seatmate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told this story like probably a couple months ago on the podcast. I had a friend who came back also from the Middle East, and the person next to him died and they tarped him.
Solid.
Like this, it's crazy. Like I don't even get it. But I guess you just got to keep flying. They're already dead.
Can I have their meal?
Yeah. Are you eating your pudding?
They ordered the pasta and I really wanted to try it. So can you bring that? It's already heated up. Well, men fall in love almost twice as fast as women. New research reveals. Here's how quickly it happens. The findings reveal that the average man takes a little over 4 weeks to fall head over heels, while women move much more slowly at 1.92 months. It's almost double.
Makes sense to me, Josh. We're blinded by looks. Blinded.
Is that it?
I think so. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. Every time I use Booking.com to find a place to stay in the U.S., I know that they'll have exactly what I am looking for. They have a huge variety of options from hotels to vacation rentals, and I know I can find exactly what I'm looking for. I've found Booking.com has something for everyone. No matter who you are, Booking.com helps you find the stay that's ridiculously right for you. Find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Booking.yeah. Okay, where do we want to go? Me and my wife, we want to go to a beautiful beach. Okay, we're talking gorgeous sandy beaches. But Claudia, she likes a beautiful place to stay, of course. We're going into a gorgeous luxury hotel. We're, of course, going to want a beautiful patio or a terrace that overlooks the water. I need a kitchenette so I can wake up in the morning and make an omelet. Because why not? Why shouldn't I have a kitchenette? That would be nice, right? We want a comfy couch, maybe a pull-out couch in case a friend wants to come and stay. Never mind, we're not getting a pull-out couch because we don't want anybody staying with us when we're on vacation. We need a king-size bed. Need I say more? A gorgeous beach vacation. And you know where I can find that gorgeous beach vacation? On Booking.com. Oh, wait, I also need a spa, maybe a sauna steam situation. Booking.com. Yeah. I can make sure that there's a gorgeous spa. No matter who you are, Booking.com helps you find the stay that's ridiculously right for you. Find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Yeah. I really wanted to get into a better meal routine this year, but between work, life, and everything else, being a celebrity is an incredibly time-consuming task. Planning healthy meals that actually taste good just felt overwhelming. That's when I found Marley Spoon, and it's genuinely changed how I cook at home. This podcast is brought to you by Marley Spoon, and I'm genuinely excited about this because it's helping me fast track my way to eating well without all the stress. And with my code GOODGUYS, you can get up to 27 free meals. And for those nights when you need dinner like yesterday, Marley Spoon's new 15-minute express recipes are exactly what they sound like. Convenient, delicious, and on the table in minutes. You'll find these on every weekly menu. And if you've got a few extra minutes, they have some great 20-minute options too. My favorite personal hack? Their sheet pan dinners. Literally throw everything on one pan and boom, you're done. Same with their tray bakes that even include the tray. My favorite recent meal from Marley Spoon was their sheet pan chicken. Oh, baby, Claudia loves a gorgeous chicken. I literally took out that chicken, took out all the veggies, threw it on a sheet pan, threw it in the oven, boom, presto, done. She was so impressed. How easy is that? If you're really in a hurry, Marley Spoon also has delicious ready-to-heat meals. These are a lifesaver for when I just don't feel like cooking, which is rare, but sometimes it happens even to celebrity chefs. Plus, Marley Spoon's slow cooker recipes are perfect for those days when you're working from home or just super busy. You just toss everything in and go about your day, maybe catch up on laundry, squeeze in a workout, whatever you need to do, and come back to this amazing home-cooked meal that tastes like it's been simmering all day because it has. Folks, I love Marley Spoon because it makes it easy. How easy is that? This new year, fast track your way to eating well with Marley Spoon. Head to marleyspoon.com/offer/goodguys and use code GOODGUYS for up to 27 free meals. That's right, up to 27 free meals with Marley Spoon. One last time, that's marleyspoon.com/offer/goodguys for up to 27 free meals. And make sure you use my promo code GOODGUYS so they know I sent you. Speaking of blinded by looks, I watched Love is Blind. I'm positive that you didn't watch it, but I will just say that it was the worst show I've ever seen in my life.
Is it bad?
I've seen past seasons where it's been tolerable. Like, this was just like a bad show. And I'm here definitively to tell you, Josh, that Love is most certainly not blind. It's not. Like, it is a portion of Love certainly is blind. You fall in love with somebody's personality, their heart, whatever it may be. But if you find them ugly, there's no looking past that. There just isn't. You have to have some type of physical attraction. It doesn't have to be the number one thing, but Love is not blind.
Let me ask you this. Is there a code amongst friends where you have your friend, let's say they're like a really like a strong 5, right? They're not a piece.
Sure.
But they're just they're shooting too high outside of their demo, like their weight class as far as looks goes. Do you ever tell them? Do you ever go like, Janine, you're a 5? Like,
You know what's
stop
interesting? You know what's interesting? I have a friend who does that, but he always said that he liked a certain type of girl that just felt out of his league, no question. But that's always what he was shooting for. And then recently he showed up to a function with somebody that he was dating that was within his own zone. So I think that after years of rejection, he finally realized that he actually was a 5 and should be shooting 5s. So no, I haven't told anybody like, hey bud, you're ugly. You should be looking for more ugly people to spend your time with. But I think like naturally, either they'll get really lucky and they'll find a 10 that is just, lack of a better word, I don't know, brain dead.
Sure.
But normally I think you course correct. What do you think?
You're saying life has a way of beating you up.
I think so.
Sure. Oh, there's nothing that makes me happier than when like really pretty people hit that age of like, and by that I mean this mostly applies to women, but like when they hit that age of like early 30s and they still haven't found their like, you know, Kevin Costner, like they're like perfect 10 in looks, 10 in the bank, 10 in the job.
And then they settle.
They start settling. That's so
Love it.
hot. I love a settle. I love a
Me too.
settling moment.
Me too. It's just like everybody wanted you for a decade and you were too hot.
Right.
And now you are so not. Okay?
I feel like it's more men that are like, I like want a girl that's hotter than they are. Cause like I have so many friends. I have one specific friend who is like, I think she's a catch. She's so cute. She has great style, everything. And I've never met anyone in my life who like goes for more average looking guys and it never works out. And I'm like, what is happening? Because she is going like she genuinely will be like, he has the best eyes. And I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't see that. But yeah, I guess so. And
Josh,
she's like,
do you know this girl, Josh?
you know what
Yes.
I'm talking about.
Okay, do you actually think that she's good looking? Because I find that when girls say that a girl is a catch, she's not.
She's she's extremely cute, good looking girl, but she's a bit of an emotional.
I think her emotions can get the best of her sometimes. But
Ken,
There's always something. It's like, my friend is perfect. I don't know why nobody wants to date her. It's like, because she's not perfect. Like,
no.
that's like, there's something wrong.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just think that like I find that so interesting. She gives everyone a shot. But there's nothing worse than Love is Blind when they do the reveal and it's like the guy walks out and you could just instantly tell on his face that he's like, oh shit. And the girl's like, oh my God, I'm so happy. This is the best day of my life. And like runs up to them and the guy's, you could just tell instantly not interested.
not feeling it.
Did you watch this season, Paige?
I didn't, but I've been seeing everyone's Instagram stories and reviews about it.
It was terrible. Like, usually at least there's like some good drama or like these people are interesting. Like, this was just like the least interesting group of people.
Yeah, last year, wasn't it the Megan, or was that 2 years ago? The Megan Fox girl.
The Megan Fox thing was last year.
Yeah, that was so entertaining.
So entertaining.
Ugh.
Like, just a bold-faced lie.
Yeah.
But she was a good looking girl.
By the way, that's neither here nor there. Doesn't look
Yeah.
like Megan Fox. Like I think I'm a lovely looking man. If I'm in a blind pod with you and I tell you I look like Brad Pitt, you're going to be disappointed.
But that's a
Like-
stretch. Like you're not a wafy Gentile supermodel. But if you were
Okay,
like, let me think of a stretch.
Yeah.
Like
Who's
Vince
your
Vaughn.
doppelganger?
Vince Vaughn.
you're better
Let's
looking
say
than Vince Vaughn.
But let's say that.
No, let's go with your, like, if you said John Mayer, I'd be like, that's a stretch, but you're in the ballpark, right?
Hey, I appreciate you. If I said John Mayer and I walked out, somebody would be disappointed. And for you, who is your doppelganger?
Leno. Jay Leno.
No, who's your actual, like,
Granny, Vinny Chase, but
Oh,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah,
me
yeah.
at my best.
yeah. But like, if you had said that and then you walked out now, I'd be disappointed. Like
Ow.
Adrian Grenier.
Not that. I mean, God, I get it. Yeah, probably. I hear you.
So good.
Should we
do a
get
speak pipe?
Yeah. Here, we'll get
Yeah.
to a speak pipe. If you want to get advice, leave us a message. Go to speakpipe.com/goodguys. Keep it brief. Brevity is key. Let's hear from Ashley Joe.
I am a gigantic moron and I need some advice on a birthday gift for my boyfriend. He's really into cooking, very bougie, but also he's in medical school. I'm in nursing school. We have zero money. So something on a budget, but that is actually nice. I'm looking at you, Ben.
Wow. Okay. Balling on a budget. What can we get you?
Ninja Creamy?
It's too expensive, Josh. $199. They're broke, she said. They're broke. Oh.
Payment plan?
What if you
Yeah,
do
no,
like a really specific ingredient that he can use to cook that he's never cooked with? That's not crazy expensive, but too expensive for an average meal.
Saffron.
Yeah.
I've heard saffron is wonderful for the body, Josh. That's a supplement that I've heard that we need.
Jesus rice.
Saffron.
You can make
Saffron.
Jesus rice with it.
Saffron. A kitchen appliance that's cheap but is really good doesn't exist. Honestly, like I can't think of an appliance. I do have a favorite new sauce. I don't know if you guys are overweight, but if you are, it's a nice diet sauce. It's a company called Melinda's, and they make Thai sweet chili that is 10 calories for 1 tablespoon. That is out of this world. Melinda's Thai sweet chili.
There's something weird when it's like when it's like Frank's Ethiopian marinade.
Totally.
Melinda's Thai sweet chili.
Frank's Ethiopian marinade. That's funny.
What about like? Couldn't you get someone a great? This would be probably
Ooh,
$100.
I have a good
chef's
one, Josh.
knife?
No, too expensive. Waffle maker. They're cheap as shit on Amazon. They're amazing. And you can use your waffle maker for so many things, Josh. Not only waffles, but if you wanted to make crispy rice, you could put rice in the waffle maker and make it nice and crispy and put a little spicy tuna on top. Get a waffle maker. I love that. Or a panini press. Or a crepe maker.
Hot.
What about
there's
an
a three.
immersion blender, an immersion mixer? That's my favorite appliance.
Oh, that's good. That's good for making good soups, but they're too broke to own pots, Paige.
No,
They don't have any
I didn't
pots.
hear that part. She just
They
said
don't have
they
any
don't have
pots
money.
and pans.
I think
They're a doctor and a nurse. They can put things.
She specifically said we're aspiring doctor and nurse, and we are broke.
Well,
Right.
you can find one on Amazon, I'm sure. That's not crazy expensive. Dressings, soups, anything.
I love an immersion blender.
Me
Good call.
too.
Let's hear one from Alyssa.
Hey, Moron here. Mazel to the both of you on your bebés. So I recently had a baby, and my husband and I are going on our first trip without the baby. So my mom is going to be watching Bebe at home while we meet our in-laws in Vegas for a birthday celebration for someone. My in-laws tend to book connecting rooms at hotels for us. Now, very appreciative that they've, booked the room. However, what are you, nuts? This is our first trip after a baby. I don't want a open door in between me and my in-laws. Is this not absurd behavior? My husband doesn't agree.
Interesting.
She's trying to bang.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's annoying for sure. They are paying, though. They're obviously paying, right?
Think so.
I think it is weird to need adjoining rooms. Like, let them be. It's nuts. I agree. It's nuts. Leave them alone.
I think
You're
so
going to see
too.
them the whole day, the whole trip. You don't have to like hear your son canoodling too much.
Yeah, no need.
No need.
We're out on the adjoining room.
I'm out on the adjoining room. I can't even, the only time that you would need an adjoining room is when your kids are young. Like, that's nice, right? Like, the parents have a room with their bed, and then it adjoins with the kids that have 2 twins. Like, that's the only time. You need it for a family.
Sure.
But they've grown past that stage.
Agreed. Next one from Anonymous.
So when I get out of the car to walk into the building at work, I don't put my coat on. It's the winter. I'm in New Jersey. It's cold. I don't put on my coat because you know what? I'm sweating my ass off in the car. I've got the heat on 1,000. I'm sweating. I've already had to get myself ready and I'm all hot. And I don't need a jacket, right? I have a half-hour commute. I'm not wearing a coat for a half hour in the car. So I have the coat in the car. God forbid I need it, but I'm not putting it on for the 1-minute walk to the school. So the lady in my office every day has to make a comment. Oh my God, where's your jacket? I saw you walking in. Where's your coat? Are you going to get sick? You're going to get pneumonia. What the heck do I do? Every day I'm like, I don't need a jacket. I'm sweating and the cold air feels good. Like, what do you do with somebody like that? It's every day. Now I have a game with myself. I'm trying to beat her to the office before me so that she doesn't watch me walk in. Like, because it's making me crazy. It's every morning. Any advice is appreciated.
I love this woman.
Me too.
I love her. This happens to me every single time I leave my building. Like, I sometimes wear shorts in the winter because, like, once, like, 300 pounds, always 300 pounds. Like, you just, like, do things like that. Like, you wear basketball shorts with a winter coat. And I'll always get that, like, oh, you're going to get sick. It's like, mind your business. That's it. Tell this person it's enough. Like, I'm not going to get sick. I drive to work every day. I'm outside for 30 seconds. I don't need a coat. I would just be upfront and honest and say, thanks for your opinion, but I don't need a coat. Josh?
I think you set the woman up and you get there early. You do a background that she wouldn't know you're in your office, and you bring a little pashmina, some kind of shawl, some kind of blanket. You wrap it around yourself and you FaceTime her, right? The moment you're supposed to be walking in, you go, you were right. I'm dying. Like, I'm at home. I've got, whatever. I've got scarlet fever. And you just go, you were right. I'm so sick. I'm dying. And I should have worn my coat all those times you mentioned it. And she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I know. I tried to tell you. You're right. You're right. And then you storm out of your office and go, what are you, nuts? I'm fine. Stop it. Stop it.
Yes. I love a setup.
An elaborate prank joke. And then it's over.
That's what she needs. It's over.
Yes. End it yourself. Checkmate this woman.
End her.
You get it a lot with kids. People being like, put a sweater on that baby. I'm like, you don't think I tried to put a sweatshirt on my kids? Like, my kids refuse to wear, Max only wears shorts and t-shirts. He will not, like, getting a sweatshirt on him is really difficult. So I see people now on social media being like, I have to walk around like waving the sweatshirt, being like, I tried, he won't put it on. Like, this isn't on me. But we were in Canada, we got off the plane. And remember that guy stopped us and was like, I have to stop you before you go outside. Those kids are going to freeze. You need to put a bigger jacket on them. And I was like, sir, respectfully.
Yeah.
We're walking out the door into a car. They won't put them on. Like, what do you want me to do?
Totally.
People are too nosy. Like, people need to shut the fuck up. Like, it's enough. Like, these aren't your kids. What if we maybe we want to expose our kids to a little bit more cold, right?
Yeah,
so that
hermetic stressor.
Yeah, so they can deal with cold. Like, I don't know. I think we blow this whole cold thing out of proportion. Be cold for a minute. Learn to deal with it. And then forever, you like, isn't that a thing, Josh? Like, think about a cold plunge. If you get cold exposure early, like, maybe you can deal with the cold longer, or you just get the flu and die. I don't know.
Like, if they get cold enough, they'll put a sweatshirt on. Let them feel it. Let them go outside and be like, oh, yeah, you were right. It is freezing out here. It's snowing. I'll put a sweatshirt on.
And even though, like today, right? Like, we're freezing in LA. In actuality, it's 55. It's chilly, but it's 55. So, if you don't have a jacket on, like, it's not the end of the world. And I looked this up because I suspected, and it is true. No, cold weather alone does not make you sick. However, cold weather can create conditions that make it easier for viruses and other pathogens to spread and cause illness. That's right, Mom. I'm not putting a hat on. I'm not going to get sick.
Correct.
I know.
Correct. Josh, what was that when we were by the beach, when I came to your house, like probably a year ago at this point, and it was like a little bit cold, and there was that girl yelling at her mom about her coat. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
What did she say? I don't even remember.
It was something about wearing like a full down. I mean, where we live by the beach, so it drops below 60, and people are like, oh, thank God, let me get out my Canadian Goose. Yeah. I'm like,
let me get my Montclair.
Like, are you well? I know. They just want a cute layering moment. I'm like, hun. Or like, it'll rain for 11 minutes, and I'll be like, oh, word, the Hunter rain boots are coming out? Like, yeah. It's too much.
So I'm thinking about the time it was raining and I put on a down jacket and I had to go to Michael's with my sister. I was pregnant with Max, probably 9 months pregnant. And I'm inside and I was drinking a coffee. So I didn't know they had like the heater on. I have my puffy jacket and the coffee in the heater, and I'm pregnant. So I'm like looking at my sister. I'm like, oh my God, it's really hot in here. And we run into this guy that we know, and he's like trying to talk to me, and I'm like sweating profusely. And I'm like, I'm about to pass out. I'm so sorry. And I had to run out of the store because I was so embarrassed. And to this day, I still like apologize to him every time I see him for almost passing out because I thought like, oh, I'm going to be cozy. And I almost fainted.
And you were just boiling.
I was boiling.
Nuts.
Too good. Too good.
Should we get to our what are you nuts?
Yes.
Our what are you nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small, whatever's sticking in your craw. Ben, take it away.
I have a good one. I was wrestling between which one to do, but because Paige is here, she can definitely relate to this. In New York, we have all of these wonderful parks anyways. We have these wonderful parks, but being an expecting father, BH, I'm like taking a deeper look at the parks. Like which parks are nice? Where would I like to take him? And I can't stop thinking, Josh, about the fact that all of these slides are metal. And remembering when I was a kid, going down that metal slide in 95 degrees and literally burning the bottoms of my thighs. Like, what are you nuts? That these slides, these New York, I don't know if it's just a New York thing, but these New York slides are just made of metal and get boiling hot. All the monkey bars get boiling hot. Like, what are you nuts? These are children.
It's more common in New York.
It's insane.
They're
like
old
they
school
literally
playgrounds.
They take steel pipes and they use them to make the slides.
I saw a kid get absolutely wrecked the other day on a concrete slide at the park. Max is going down it and he was fine. Shai went to the top and was like, oh, no, I don't want to do this. And he came back down. And I saw this kid and the mom, and they were holding hands over it. And I'm like, this is a really steep slide and it's made out of concrete. The girl like started tumbling and the mom wouldn't let go of her arm, and they're rolling down. The mom's arm it was so crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
Bad.
But we have concrete slides here.
Oh my God, that is even more of a what are you nuts?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Concrete slides? You can't, at least the metal slide you can slide down. At least it's fast and fun. Concrete is slow.
No, it's
No.
not.
And
It's like
painful.
slick.
It's like a smoothed over, like almost like a limestone. Like it's.
But the way it's carved,
It's
the
not like
corners
asphalt.
are sharp. The corners on that thing are sharp.
Yeah, it's like built into like the
Like a
side of the hill.
Yeah.
The structure. No good.
Um,
Josh, what about you?
My what are you nuts is super petty and super short, but you know how people will go, "Oh, your name's Florence? My grandmother's name was Florence." Who cares?
Who cares?
What are you nuts?
Nuts. I'm totally with you. What do you want me to do with that information?
Who even cares?
No, no one. No one cares. No one cares. I feel the same way about birthdays. You're like, my birthday's April 3rd. Oh my God, mine is April 8th.
Who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Oh.
Like,
I'm a Scorpio. Me too. So
you wanna do our birthdays together? Like, is that what you're pining for? Like, I just met you, and they're 5 days apart.
it's so good. There's so many things we say, and it's just like, what are you nuts? Who cares?
Totally nuts, folks. What else is nuts is if you don't give this episode 5 stars, you're nuts. Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips, Instagram, and TikTok. Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.